Rejuvenated after a little break? Or?
Man, I know I do. Well, a little bit. That's 22, right? I had a busy break, but I think, guys, for the most part, it's refreshing just to get that week off, mentally more so than physically.
How did you handle your break?
Busy. I was busy. Obviously, we had a newborn over the break, so it was great. A great feeling, but not a lot of sleep.
Boy?
Girl. Good.
How do you look at? I mean, you guys jump back in 2 home games, and you're right back on the road for a bunch in a row.
Yeah. I think we'll be ready. It was good. Like I said, it was a good break for everybody. Guys came back rejuvenated today, and then the guys that went to New Orleans had an extra day. So I think that can only help them mentally more than anything. Like I said, just to get away from the game, get that break, and then come back refreshed. So I think we'll be looking forward to getting back out there.
Given this busy schedule, how who apparently are close, how important is it for them to get back in the
that was good. It was good to see them out in the court today, David and Zaza. They look good. They've been in every day of the break actually doing individual work and getting themselves ready, getting their body ready. So we definitely miss them, and we'll be happy to have them back. I'm sure they'll be ready.
You've been in the league for a while. Is there this coming out flat and not picking up where you guys left off?
Yeah, I think, but that's for every team. Again, it's everybody has kind of the same break except for the guys who are all-stars or whatever. But first couple games maybe work out the kinks, and then try to lock in. Practice is important. Working out the rust, working out the kinks, all the legs, getting the legs back, and then getting out there.
Is there an effect of knowing that deadline? I've been on teams that I have been. Is there an effect of it being the opposite way now in this group?
It's different as a professional. Guys, you try to focus on just what you can control, which is in the game. It's not our job to make trades, but it's definitely a different feel as far as the atmosphere. The team and guys are on the trade deadline or on the trade block, and it's kind of like you don't know who's going to be there, who's not. So it's definitely a different feel. But since I've been with the Warriors, fortunately, we've had the same team throughout the same year.
Do you pay attention to the moves and the Lakers blowing up everything? Are you following?
I saw it. Interesting, right? It's just, to say the least. But I'm happy for Lou in a sense. He gets to go to a winning team, and we keep up with it. We see it, but end of the day, we're still focused on us.
At the beginning of the season, experimentation. You feel like that phase is over? You feel complete now?
I do. Especially, in a sense, we hated to see Zaza and D.West get injured or whatever, but it's a blessing, right? Sometimes you get guys that can step up. Looney, Mac, guys played important roles. So come playoffs now, they have confidence in themselves, and the coaching staff has confidence in them to throw them in to a high-intense situation, and trust those guys. So it makes us deeper in a sense where, we get better. We don't have to go out and find pieces, to replace David and Zaza. We have those pieces here. It's just about developing those guys.
What do you expect to be like? I mean, this is why the influx of new faces, a good part of that was because you don't get bored in the process getting up to now.
Yeah, exactly. It was refreshing in a sense of, just having new faces and kind of a new challenges, right? Just trying to put everybody together. And then working out the kinks, going through, the adjustment period of, figuring out guys' roles, what do guys do, lineups, rotations, and now the second stretch of the season, it's like, okay, you want to put together some good games, get in the rhythm. I think we've been in a good rhythm. We got good rotations going. Coaches know who to put in. Guys know when they're going in at what time. And now it's about, individual teams getting our rhythm, and then as well getting our rest, because we want to be healthy going into the playoffs.
You mentioned some of that. What do you think of the reshaped Pelicans to have those 2 guys up front? And what kind of, if you play them in the playoffs, or whoever plays them, if they made it, what kind of challenges that present?
Obviously a big challenge.
Yeah.
Literally, those guys are huge. they put points on the board,
right.
And then I feel like, they had to do something with their organization, with where they were, and trying to put another superstar or all-star around Anthony Davis. It's a good move for them. I think they'll be better because of it. They'll propose a challenge for any team they play in the playoffs.
Kind of a unique look like more and more three-point focused, and here's two big guys like that.
Right, but in a sense, you know, they don't always have to play together. You know, like as a coach, you know, you have options. I mean, the more talent you have, the better you are in a sense, because now you can stagger those guys' minutes. You know, you can play them, you know, first quarter, second quarter, and then play them with different lineups, you know, and play them together at the end. So
Is it safe to say you don't want to see him in the first?
here at the end of the day, but who wants to see, you know, a team with DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis on the same team? Nobody, right? But, you know, I'm not dodging anybody.
How do you think the Warriors got over the Clippers? Where's on them?
Clippers? I think it's more probably a mental aspect where, you know, it's just getting over a hump, right? And, you know, we've won, I don't even know how many games it is.
9?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So for us, we want to just continue to keep the pressure on, just apply pressure, because, you know, you never know when you have to play a team, right? In the playoffs, you may see them, and, you know, we want that to be in the back of their minds, right? That they know what's coming. I mean, the game is more mental than anything. So.
Is the vibe around the team a little bit this year when there was a little bit more urgency to get to 73?
Good question. Yeah, I think so. I do. It's a different process because, you know, last year we were still trying to get better, but obviously we were doing something historic in the sense of trying to chase the record. We might not have said it publicly, but, you know, as competitors we wanted it. And then now this year, that's not really the main focus. The focus is the championship. It was like that last year, but it was just different. It was staggered, right? So now we can really, you know, lock in on what we need to do to accomplish our ultimate goal.
Sean, how's your change since the
Man, surreal. It's surreal. Papa Dot is in effect. Papa Dot.
Did you think about a lot more things?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. It puts everything in perspective, you know. Priorities start to change, you know. It's like you have a new set of lenses just on life. So it's a blessing, though.
What are the first things you noticed?
The eyes. She has my eyes, you know. I was happy about that. Daddy's girl.
Is she long?
Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure.
How's her mid-range game?
Oh, it was good. You see that tweet? The guy set out, he's like, oh, she's going to have the best mid-range game in the class, for sure.
Scholarship right there.
Oh, easy. Just off a turnaround. Easy.
Should be overprotective? Or maybe that dad is waiting at the door?
I mean, maybe. We'll see. We'll have to wait. Thanks, guys.
Is there a small brotherhood between all the already dads on the team?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you know, guys have families, so that, you know, like Steph, he has a family, so he can give me advice on what to kind of expect. Yeah. So,
What do you say?
Oh man, get ready, sleep, you know, sleep on the road. So,
All right, thank you.
yeah, thank you.